everybody, Captain Bill Saiff III on the back deck. One of the boats here in the Saiff Charter fleet, slightly to the right, working at the wheel. The incomparable and always engaging Fred. She is on it here. Emmett Baker on the rod. We're dialed in on big lake trout here in today's video. Among other things, Randy Pound looking over the shoulder right here. We've got a really good bend in that OKUMA blue diamond rod. Right there, that's a big king or something right there. I don't know what happened right there. Easy, we missed him. We missed him. How deep are you, Fred?
75.
Man, that was a vicious strike we just took on number 4 right there. We missed him. Did you see that rod go down?
Yep.
Holy smoke, that was a big hit.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're on the fish pit.
I am not sure. Mark that in, enter, Freddie, bottom left corner. Yeah, hit it once, hit it again.
Yep.
Yeah, got it?
Yep.
Randy, what'd that hit? Green Bay Packer? Let's take a look at that. There's that Green Bay Packer spoon, just smashed it. 90% sure that was a king right there. This is a big trout we've got on right here that Emmett's fighting. Now Emmett, Randy's got that corner rod up, so you are clear all the way on that side of the boat to fight that fish. But this particular fish is on a green jeans. We're running in 60 to 70 feet of water, and that's 58 or 60 feet down here in the center. How's he feeling, Emmett? Bigger than the last one?
Feels heavier.
Well, that's good. This one's coming to the net, brother. You got it? Ooh, look at the size of this fish right here. Big trout coming right here. Get the other side of him. Your fish is the other side. Step towards me, Emmett. Neutral, Freddie, black to the middle. Keep winding. Keep winding. Keep winding. Raise your rod tip. Okay, get him, Randy. Stick him forward. Forward, Freddie, black forward. Hold the net flat. There you go. Get right in. All right, let's get this guy up. Look at the size of this giant trout. That is an absolute beast, buddy. There he goes, flipped him right out. You can see that Pro King green jeans. Let's have a look at that right here. There's that Pro King green jeans. Look at that. That Laker wanted that. You know what that Laker thought, Emma?
What do you think?
That was like pizza night at the Saiff household. He saw that green jeans coming by, and it was like a giant, fully dressed pizza, and he couldn't resist it. Look at the size of this giant trout. Big, beautiful lake trout, probably 32, 33 inches long. Randy, what are you thinking on that guy? Probably 15, 16 pounds on that fish, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely.
Emmett? Well done, young man.
No arm workout today, huh?
Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. All right, Freddie, open the kit right there. Put him right in the kit.
Let Hayden get a good picture with
Oh,
him.
Hayden's going to get a picture. Good deal. Hayden Baker, locked in battle on a trout of epic proportions here. Slide to your left a little bit, buddy boy. Good. Nice and easy. Freddie, bring the red throttle down just a little bit.
Don't wrench.
Pick that 65 winger up, Randy. Running the number 1.
Bring it up?
No, I'm saying that's what he hit.
Oh.
He hit the 60, not 65, he hit the 63 winger. That's 65 over there. We just came off the grade here at the shipping lane, and one of the things that lake trout like to do is they like to relate to structure. So in this particular spot, it dropped from 60 or 65 feet right into 130. A little bit to the right, Fred. So it's not uncommon to find lake trout close to the proximity of where that structure falls away into deep water. Not surprised that we hit a fish there. Not surprised that we hit a fish there. The fish is staying deep right at the transom. Easy on him, son. Easy on him. Get in here, Ram. Good fish here. Wind down. That's it. Set the pressure lightly. That's it. Raise slowly. Wait for him to come up and then come right down. Fishing our OKUMA Coldwaters here. These are our big trout and salmon rigs. Loaded on a blue diamond rod. Here he is right here. Easy on him. Wind down. Wind down. Neutral, Fred. Easy, 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 easy. Easy, easy.
Our net man today, none other than Randy Pound, Saiff Charter fleet member. Here he gets ready to slide the nylon under this behemoth lake trout. The shipping lane is giving up some great examples of giant lake trout today. Are the Pro King Magnum spoons working? You bet. In fact, take a look at this big spoon. This one's a Glo Gator. This lake trout has engulfed it completely with just 1.5 inches of the spoon protruding from the laker's jaws. Congratulations, Hayden. That's a great fish.
Trout right here. Just another mega monster. Coming on those Magnum Pro Kings, just what the doctor ordered here today. Beautiful fish, Hayden. Good job on that fish. Let's take a look, box him out for me if you would. Let's take a look at this particular spoon. There is that Glo Gator, that Pro King Mag with the red eye on it. Beautiful, beautiful looking bait. Not surprising on the green bite that these fish are on right now, that's a productive spoon in the pattern.
Let's take a look at some of the Pro King spoons that we're using in this video. We're having tremendous action on the open waters of Lake Ontario right now, and these are big, giant dinosaur trout. Now, one of the things that we've learned over the last 10 or 15 years developing spoon fishing techniques for these big lake trout is that when you run big spoons, you're going to take big fish. Now, all week, they've been on a green bite, so we started with this Green Bay Packer. We really thought that that was going to be the dynamic spoon and the one that was going to work the best. And today it was just a horse of a different color. You know, the wind switched out of the north, moved those fish around a little bit, and we were able to get the green jeans going down deep on number 3, and that was certainly an excellent bait today. But the other baits that started to produce extremely well for us were not only the green jeans, but later in the day we switched to the oil spill over on the number 4 rigger, and that was working extremely well. Now, in addition to that, you know, we had baits like the Mountain Dew up on the wire. That particular bait did not happen to take a strike today. But the other bait that was probably our most dynamic bait today was the Glo Gator. That Glo Gator was extremely proficient on those big fish. And what's amazing is when you're trolling a big bait like that, these spoons are not extremely heavy, but they're not light either. They're in between. So if you need to back down and you need to fish 1.7, 1.8, you're still going to get good activity out of this spoon. But if you were at the 2.1 to 2.3 range where we were in today's video, you're getting some great kick on that spoon, and it's very, very attractive. So basically, those are the 3 most prolific spoons in today's program. The Gator, the oil spill, and the green jeans. Those seem to be working the best out of everything. And what was extremely interesting is that if you don't think those big trout were really liking those spoons, there were a pile of them today that when those baits came in, there was only that much of the spoon showing out of that lake trout's mouth. So they were really engulfing those big baits. Could we catch more fish running a cowbell and a spinning glow? Absolutely. I think the activity would be greater, but more than enough action to be satisfied on the big trout. But what's great about that is every time, I think today, except for one fish, all lake trout over the 30-inch mark. So you're targeting those dinosaurs, and these big spoon presentations are the reason that collectively you're taking that many big fish. So while those Pro King Magnum spoons are known to be big king killers, it's what you want on your dipsy divers and what you want to be running in the summer fishery and the staging fishery, they're also the key that unlocks the door to taking big lake trout late May, early June, when those fish are able to be spoon fished and really dial in on those gigantic trout.
Today, this just hit on number 4. Today we started out because things had been working and we were running a green pattern. We were running that Green Bay Packer that you see in my hand right here. So that wasn't biting, so what we did is we pulled that off and we switched it and put an oil spill on. Freddie, slow the throttle down a little bit. How deep are you, my dear?
83.
8.3. Emmett, how's this one feeling, buddy boy?
Pretty good to me.
Feels pretty good?
Yeah.
I think you got a beast on again, is what I think. I think you got a beast on. You should be able to, little wheel to the right, Fred, here, you should be able to creep up on the wall without any altercation right here. Running these Pro King mags on these big fish because one of the things that we like to do in the spring of the year is put a big bait on big fish. Wheel to the left a little, Freddie. And generally, those little trout are not going to attack that, but these big fish have been taking it and taking it handily. Randy, what you want to be watching for right here is what's going on here with this wire, okay? See the way that's leading in? So move him to the right and let's get him into position to start moving that fish in underneath it. You want to be just keeping an eye on the wire just in case he touches it there if you can. What we're watching out for right here is we're loaded high on these big mag spoons on the wire too, and you can see right here we're running 159 on this, 155 on the other, and right now we're bringing this big trout up underneath the wire. Freddie, how deep are you?
84.
A little bit to the left. We're going to take, actually hold the way you are right there, hold the way you are. What we're talking about right here, everybody, is this fish is going right down here. How deep are you?
84. 85.
Not sure if we just had a fish hit this rod right here or not.
We're running into some fish right now.
Okay, this line's coming up under the wire, so what we're watching, we don't want to cut that off. Easy on them, Emmett, nice and slow. We're going to lift this wire. Let me see where we're at. See that? We were underneath it. Come on over the top of my head, son. Over the top. So all we're going to do, guys, is we're going to move this wire into this position just to open it up and give them a hole to fight this fish. Step to your right just a little bit. Just like that. Hold tight. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to clear a hole for you. I got a fish on this line, I think. Let me see. Yep, I do. Go over the top of my head, son.
Yeah.
Come here, Hayden. Take this fish. I thought I saw a bump there in the middle. We're doubled here.
Go to the right, Hayden.
These Pro King mags, these Pro King mags are slamming these fish right now. Those big baits are exactly what these big trout are looking for. They're aggressive. It's early in the year. The water's still cold. So it's the perfect bait to be putting on these fish.
87.
Okay, good, steady as she goes, Fred. We're going to watch that wire line right there, nice and easy. What does the counter say? We're at 23 here. We're at 40 here. Slow down. I don't want them here at the same time, okay? Good deal. Easy out of son. Got a line on him right here, Randy.
You said you're trying the browns on the mountain right now?
Line down. Neutral.
Okay, sounds
Neutral.
good. That's
Neutral.
right now.
Careful. Raise him now, back up. Big fish here. Hayden, I want you to come right forward, Freddie. Big giant trout. Step over into that side, son. Over into that side.
Oh yeah, check out that monster.
Look at that big fish.
There we go.
On the oil spill, take that spoon and hold it right there. Gigantic trout. Come on right here, Randy. Let's get up in this side.
Yeah.
Stay right here with me, son. This one's coming on the green jeans. Wind down. Back up. Neutral.
Yep.
Forward. There's number 2. Forward.
Yes.
All right, I'm going to back right up, Hayden. Back up. Okay, we're going to flip this guy out. Keep your rod tip high. Rod tip right up in the air. That keeps everything clean. Here's the green jeans. Come on here, Randy. Let's take a look at this spoon. There's the green jeans. Let's have this one. Here's the oil spill. This thing's been productive all day, but for whatever reason, This one, which I really expected, that was my draw this morning, that Green Bay Packer. I expected that thing to be absolutely fantastic. Could not buy a strike on that bait, but this one has been a consistent producer, that green jeans down on the bottom. So we pulled that Green Bay Packer off, number 4. We put an oil spill on, which is basic. You can see all the iridescent colors with the Glo ladder back. That wasn't in the water. 3 minutes, bingo. Wait till you see the size of this big trout. That is an absolute behemoth right there. A gigantic trout. Surprising that this under trout, under 25, came in and took that big bait, but just goes to show you how aggressive those lake trout are early in the season here at the very end of May.
My oldest daughter, Fred, is locked in battle with the last giant laker of the day. At this stage of the game, we're convinced that she's hooked up with a big Chinook salmon. On the strike, this fish goes out to over 540 on the strike, and it rises in the water column. All the telltale signs of a big salmon fight. In essence, what's transpired is a big Dinosaur laker has come in and tried to grab the Glo Gator Pro King, and he gets hooked under the pectoral fin. So all the way to that fish sideways in the water column is making for an unforgettable fight.
Wheel to the right, Hayden. Good job, guys. Neutral. It doesn't matter where we are now, son. We're up with everything. Got all the rigs up. We're doing well here. Up, up, up. Perfect condition. That's what we want. Forward. Really good run at it. Neutral. All right, we're at 182 here, guys. Neutral, Hayden. Nice and smooth on them, honey. We're at 182, and not surprising, when we come into a situation like this where we're fishing lake trout on structure, that's what we're trying to do today, to concentrate on these big, gigantic lake trout. Forward. Well, that same structure is going to be attractive to king salmon early in the year too. And what we're really looking at, and the reason that we're fishing this area of the shipping lane, neutral, is because it develops what we refer to in fishing as the trifecta. You've got the main current from Lake Ontario working from the southwest to the northeast in the St. Lawrence. Forward. You've also got structure, which is a dynamic change which holds those fish. Neutral. And also, you've got temperature and bait that come in and adhere to that structure. So even though we're targeting massive trout in this video, it's no surprise that a king would be lurking on that structure on the edge. What they like to do is they like to get deep on that structure. Say this is the wall. Those kings get deep on the structure. The bait stratifies here. Forward. If you think about how a king is built, he's dark on top. He can come out of the depths to strafe that bait, and they never see him coming. So it's a perfect place, neutral, to not only find those big trout, but find those big kings as well. I just saw this fish on the surface back there. We're going to have a look at him here very, very soon. He's coming in on the top. It's a good fish, nice and easy on him. Nice and easy. We are at
100.
Yeah, we're sub 100 right here, guys. Freddie, why don't you tell everybody, step right in here, Randy, where you can see her. Tell everybody why your dad likes to have women on the boat fighting big fish and what they do that a guy doesn't do when he's fighting a big fish.
We like to have women out here fighting big fish because women don't have inherently the same muscle mass that men do. And a lot of people would see that as a disadvantage when you're fighting big fish like a big king salmon.
Neutral.
However, because women don't have that inherent muscle mass, they're going to take things slow and steady, and they're not going to really jerk that fish like a man might. So if you got a loose hooked fish that hasn't really swallowed a spoon, and you're jerking the fish around, you got a really good chance of losing it. But when you go slow and steady, and you use your whole body weight to set that pressure, you're going to have a better chance of getting a trophy fish in the boat.
Guess what? This is not a king salmon.
This is.
It's a big trout, and he's either bit it funny. I'm not sure exactly what's going on here, but that's why he was peeling the line and coming up on the surface. But I'm going to get ready to dip it. Either way, it's a really, really big fish. Oh yeah, nice fish. He's hooked under the dorsal, so nice and easy with him.
Yep.
Nice and easy. Back up slowly, slowly, slowly. I got him. You can see the size of this trout. Big, giant trout. And here's what happened. Here's why we thought this was a king. Look at what we've got here. He got hooked right under the pectoral fin with that spoon. He was probably coming in. He actually chafed the line right here, so he was probably chasing that bait when he got hit. Freddie, come on in here with me because this guy's foul hooked. So what we're gonna do? There's that Glo Gator.
Right there.
And here's that fish. Take a look at that, guys. He's a dandy. We hooked him under the pectoral, so we hooked this guy under the pectoral, so we're gonna let this fish go. Beautiful, beautiful big lake trout. Let's watch him right out the back here. We'll get rid of him. There he goes. Look at that big bruise around the surface as he heads for the depths. Nice job, Fred. Well done. That's the way you play it. That's the way you get it done.
One thing's for sure, the eastern basin of Lake Ontario is home to some dinosaur-sized lake trout. The time to catch them, the month of May and June. The spoons to catch them on, Magnum Pro Kings, are just what the doctor ordered. I'd like to thank my buddy Randy Pound for handling and managing the back of the Rod and Reel Junior today, and also thank Emmett Baker, Hayden Baker, and of course, my number one, Freddie Saiff. Great job, guys. Thanks for watching.